Hi there, this is Mr. M checking in with a tool to use for our virtual classroom. If you can hear that sound or can see it on your screen, you know that this music, teachers, is either something that drives you crazy or something that you love. It's Kahoot, and it's something that we use for games in the classroom or for review, but if you use it strategically, you could use it for formative assessments, and I'll show you how. So this is how I use it in my classroom for formative assessments. You have your standard classroom here. You have your questions that you can put for your slides. Here is the section where the students get to choose. And if you look at the screen right now, on the left-hand side happens to be split screen. So I have the Google Meet on the left-hand side, and I have Kahoot playing on the right-hand side. And here you go. Now, once you get your solutions, before you hit that next button, you have the opportunity to go ahead and utilize the split screen and use that split screen to go ahead and explain the answers. So if we take a look and explain those solutions that the students might have during the questions, that they'll be able to better understand what was going on. So if we take a look at their answers, they gave us two different answers. And if we take a look at what type of questions those are only off by decimal points, so that we know when we are explaining what the difference between the answers are and how to find the correct answer is to talk about how to do place values and how to look at those decimal points and why those are important. Here is another question that we have. Again, the questions that we're looking at, we only had two that are missed, so it's better this time. And we can see that they're again with decimals, less than we had last time, so that's better, but we could still go ahead and emphasize looking at those place values and those decimals. Sometimes we have the case like this where you have a group of questions that maybe have answers that are really different from each other. And you can see my teaching partner here, Chelsea, as we're helping out our math lab kids, really get into the details of how to explain the problem depending on the answers that the students provide. Now, as a reminder, it's really important that the students enter in their actual names during this time so that you can take a look at the analytics later to see which students answer which questions, but it also just helps you to get a better idea of how they are doing in the class. So I wanted to see some of this in live action, so let's take a look. All right, so slope, there's a lot of different answers there. A lot of people put 4/4. So just remember, like 4/4 is correct, but you have to reduce. So it's like the first step. You're like one step away. So that's why the answer is 1, because 4/4 would be 1 on that case. So just make sure you are checking that. So watch out for that negative. It looks like a lot of people put a positive number there. If the graph is going down, that means it's probably going to be a negative. All right, that's just a snapshot of what is going on and one way that you could use Kahoot in your classroom. Hopefully that helps you out, give you another tool in your belt as you go ahead and try this virtual learning. If you have any questions about the split screen or about analytics, you can check our virtual school website, and then it will give you more details on that. Otherwise, good luck, and make sure that you are stretching during this virtual learning time. Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye.